What's going down, y'all? It's the Wake Up Crew, Ray G, joined as always by my man Jay Rich to talk some NBA prop plays over on PRIZEPICKS for this Wednesday, November the 9th, 2022 NBA slate. Jay, we had a day off yesterday, and thank God, because the night before the biggest damn NBA slate of the season, it was not good. Not good. I got burned by Isaiah Stewart. Blew a free throw in the final 30 seconds to go over. Desmond Bane went under by a bucket, and Jaylen Brown, his first half points was over 11.5. He had 11, just bad beat. OG didn't do anything.
No, and neither did Fred. Fred only scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his best to keep the Raps in the game, and they did not play well against the Bulls on the road. So new slate, new day, had the day off. Thank goodness. But we're back.
New day. We're back in the building, man. So as always, we don't make you pay for picks. We walk you through the process, give you the data, take what you like, leave what you don't. Just hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, like the content. But let's get into the NBA plays after this.
For all the high-flying action, take a step back and relax. It's time to count that money, the NBA props. No look any further. You know what time it is. Presented by PRIZEPICKS, NBA props. Let's
count that money, man. All right, Jay, if it ain't broke, I'm not going to attempt to fix it, and it has not been broken at all this season. And I'm back to the first half, and I'm talking about Anthony Davis, his points. I really want the fantasy score. PRIZEPICKS has not posted it yet. We know LeBron James didn't play in the last game. This is a difficult matchup versus the Clippers. It's the 28th most difficult matchup for powered forwards, but 10.5 points, Jay. You look at what Anthony Davis has done over his last five, 13, 6, 20, 17, and 19. He's averaging 17.3 first half minutes per game, which is pretty solid in the NBA. He's 16th in usage rate at 30%. And in the first half, he's averaging 15 points. He's getting up 11.4 shots. He's shooting 61% in the first half. And what we've seen from the Lakers normally is Anthony Davis gets out hot. LeBron starts a little slow. LeBron picks it up in the second half. They only have his total points at 21.5, which is heavily juiced to the over on the books. DraftKings minus 150 for Davis to go over 21.5 points tonight. The Battle of LA, I like the points. I'm going to like the fantasy score, and a correlating play that we've been rocking with this one. It's not going to be a core play, but I will take it as LeBron under 13.5 points. We've talked about this almost every show. They continue to set this line very high, very aggressively. LeBron didn't play last week. They're saying he's dealing with some injury. He's probable for tonight, but I don't think he'll go over 13.5 first half points, but not a core play. I like Anthony Davis more than 10.5 points. I'm waiting for that fantasy score because he's also pulling down about 5 boards, getting a block in the first half as well. If that fantasy score line is anywhere, last game it was 25 without LeBron. Before the game with LeBron, it was 21.5 first half fantasy score. If it's anywhere between 21.5 to 24.5, I'm going to take it over on his fantasy score. But right now, AD more than 10.5 first half points.
Yep. I mean, you made the case, and I like it. At some point, I'm going to start holding you accountable and start making some new plays. The people, they need some different information from you. You can't just go to the same play every day now. It's almost like cheating.
I don't care.
It's almost like cheating.
I don't think they care. I don't think as long as we cash, I'll go to the same damn play over and over again as long as we cash.
So I will be going to a slightly different play today, but similar to what we've been talking about recently, and I'm going to be going to Jalen Green's under 21.5 points. You see what Jalen Green's done recently? Yes, he did blow up against Orlando, and that was on the road, but he's only gone over on the road twice this season. And more importantly, against Toronto, he should be matched up against OG Anunoby, who is making his case right now for Defensive Player of the Year. He held DeMar DeRozan under 21 points in back-to-back games. Green has never hit this number versus Toronto. He scored 18 points in his last matchup in Toronto. He only scored 8 points on the road this season. He has been awful, shooting 34% from the field and 31% from deep. Toronto is about middle of the pack in terms of points allowed to shooting guards and small forwards, as well as from three. So it's a neutral matchup there, but the Raptors are 23rd in pace and number 5 in defensive rating. They also are number 2 in turnover percentage, and the Rockets turn the ball over at the 4th highest rate in the NBA. It's one of those games that they should dominate. We know that Fred will be heavily involved. Jalen Green should be the focus of the offense, and up against either Gary Trent or OG Anunoby, I think he will have some troubles in Toronto tonight. I think his road struggles will continue. Again, he's only hit in Orlando and, surprisingly of all games, in Milwaukee. He will have his work cut out for him today in Toronto.
There it is. Ray's top play. Anthony Davis more than 10.5 first half points. Jalen Green under 21.5 points for Jay's play. And be on the lookout for AD's fantasy score. But there you go. Take what you like, leave what you don't. All that we ask, you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, like the content, comment below. Let us know what you're rocking with today, what other plays you found. As always, if you tail, give PrizePicks hell. And if we failed on bail, we'll be back tomorrow with more NBA picks. We're out of this thing. Peace.